They say life will bring discomfort and
I was gonna talk about something, but I forgot.
Girl, you better not drop out for college.
I was gonna talk about something, but to be honest, I completely forgot what that was. So that I recorded is literally pointless. I'm gonna film an OOTD. Hopefully nobody pops up. I'm gonna go over here. Kind of hoping nobody like shows up because this would be very
Embarrassing.
a little bit more of a serious like video. I wanted to talk about struggles of the transition from high school to college, because I feel like people always talk about college and they really like romanticize. For me, it's not even more like schoolwork, although
It kind of is.
schoolwork because
I was never good at schoolwork.
but it's more the kind of like people thing, and that's kind of what I wanted to like touch on, just because I feel like people literally just talk about like,
oh, I'm having a hard time right now.
but they don't really like go deep.
Into it. And
I kind of wanted to like talk about that. So for me personally, it was really hard to just kind of, because you literally go from in high school, counselors kind of choosing the classes for you, like everything being done for you, to literally you making sure. For me personally, my account
wasn't ready. It didn't work.
Like a month into school, I had to keep going to every single, like, this school, this college, that other college.
then I had to keep calling like a bajillion people. I don't even know how many people I talked to just to get my account
Fixed.
and I feel like that was really hard for me, because I feel like everybody was blaming me and just nothing was really being solved about it. Boring. So that was just like one thing that I'd say is definitely difficult, is you having so much control, which is good, but like at the same time you're given all this control at once, and it wasn't like conditioned good. And then the second thing I want to touch on for the struggles is friendship.
I keep thinking there's somebody here, bro.
The second thing I want to touch on is friendships, or like class, quote unquote, if you will. For me, I was always like surrounded by people, and not trying to be a pick me, I didn't peak in high school either, because I feel like somebody's gonna be like,
Oh, she probably picked in high school.
BFFR. What did that spell?
I did not. Like 85% of my senior class probably doesn't even know who I am. It was more just like my whole high school time.
I was surrounded by like people all the time.
Transitioning to college, it literally feels like you're in quarantine
All over again.
Like you're literally, I only have classes Mondays and Wednesdays for like 2 hours,
And that is it.
or like 1 hour, and that's it. And there's only 10 people in there, and you can only make so many friends with the people in there. It's difficult for somebody, because most of my friends, they're already like, they're dating somebody and like, you know, hop off to them. But for me, I like the solo life in that aspect.
En las mañanas no hago nada y en las tardes descanso.
You can spend money on me, but it's not
I'm gonna work the other way around.
that was another thing.
What was the third thing?
Grades. So for my,
Yeah, record it. Like, I want to hear everything.
the third thing I wanted to touch up on was grades. So for grades in high school, you kind of have A, B, C's, and D's, and F. Picture here.
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
I had F's at some point.
During quarantine.
To my advantage.
In college, for me, I have no clue what my grade is.
I have no clue where you go to check your grades.
You're given so many freaking apps, and there's so many things to click on, and you're like,
Which one is it?
like, I don't even know my class average right now, like my grade level.
What is it, fourth?
The fourth thing I want to touch on is friends. Being like classmates, being able to
Make friends
or not being able
to make friends.
For me, I'm kind of an introvert and extrovert, so I could really be both. I've kind of been an extrovert lately because I'm just like, I need to talk to more people. So for me, who's in a class that only has 10 people, the fifth thing I wanted to touch on is schedule. I feel like in high school, you literally have, for my routine, it was
School?
home, food, shower, gym, home.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
That was literally my, like, sleep pretty much. That was my schedule. And for college, it's literally just like wake up at like
12.
clean the house, go to school, come back, and I have like all that time to do whatever the hell I want. And the assignments aren't due until like Sunday, so I literally have technically like
7 days to do whatever the hell I want.
and it's nice for people who want flexible schedules. I think everybody like craves it, but then once you're there, it's literally just kind of like one of those things that you're like,
What now?
lately that's I think why I've been posting more frequent, is because I just have so much time on my hands and I didn't really know what to do with it. So now I kind of have a schedule of like, before I go to sleep, I
Have to edit.
I don't know why, but editing kind of gets me in a good mood. It's a good way to end my day. Like I used to end my day watching K-dramas when I was in high school, but like now I don't do that. So that was the last thing I think. a positive, because I don't really want to leave this video on a negative, so I want to say positive. Positive, you get a flexible schedule. You kind of get to find yourself in the way that you get to see what schedule could work for you and what doesn't. Like, I figured out that the gym really does. If you're in college and you have like nothing to do, I kind of do YouTube because I have no friends. Sad, but okay, I do have a couple.
But like, you know
if you don't do nothing, I say, although you saw with my cousin in the LA video, go check it out if you haven't. We were kind of goofing off, but like that's kind of how I am with my cousin. So
I keep thinking there's somebody like gonna pop up right there.
Okay, so I think the second thing that I want to say is positive is you kind of look forward to seeing more people, right? For me, I think I used to always just see people, and for me it was such a basic. Sorry, I'm looking at the time, it's 2:17. People used to kind of just be like a thing, but now it's such a like, I want to see more and more people.
You know what I mean?
And college is one of those things where you do see so many more different personalities. I want to say in high school, people, we kind of follow a trend, and in college it's literally like people literally, some people are married. I know some people in my class have kids. Everybody in my class is super nice, so shout out to them, because
Last thing we need in a class in college is for people to end up hating each other.
I think that's it. Fourth thing, fifth thing, would this be the fifth thing? I think it's the fifth. The fifth thing, what you could do in that day. Like, you kind of get to figure out, like, if you start a hobby of, let's say, painting, you kind of have time during college, find other things to strive for, if that makes sense. You get to make new goals. Because for me, my whole, like,
childhood was like get through like high school. That was pretty much it, high school.
But it's like, now that I'm done with high school and I'm in college, like, what now, right? And I feel like that's one thing that people really struggle with. And one mistake that everybody always does, that I remember so many like teachers and counselors would tell me in middle school, they were like,
you have time to think of what you want to do.
And in my head,
like, everybody would tell me that, and I was like,
no. Like,
shouldn't I start thinking of it now? Because then once I get there and I have no clue what I want to do. Like, okay, let me do this instead. It's gonna be a little red, but it's because that they do is they tell you, like, kind of like, have time to think about it. And I know a good amount of people that right now, they're in college and they have no clue what they want to do. I know in particular about like 2 or 3 people.
So I know like 3 people that they don't know what they want to do, which I think is really difficult.
I want to say that's it. I think that's it.
and Perla, if you're watching this, answer quickly. It's been 9 hours, girl. I could be dead. Also, Isabella.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so don't forget to like, subscribe. What else is there? Oh my god, I don't think there's any more storage left. Okay, peace out.